Honorable Principal and Patron of the 5 Days Online Skill Development Program, Dr. Sister Jyoti, Vice Principal Sister Shobha, our eminent resource persons, Dr. Avishek, Dr. Mili Ghosh, and Dr. Parveen Zahra, CP Coordinator and Head of the Department Geography, Dr. Devjani Roy, organizing committee members, my dear colleagues from various departments, and dear participants, a very blessed and good afternoon to all. I welcome you all to the valedictory session of the 5 days online skill development program on basics of GIS, RS, and GPS, organized by CP Committee and Department of Geography, Nirmala College, Ranchi, in collaboration with BIT Mesra Ranchi and sponsored under the UGC CP scheme. I seek the blessings and permission of the chair to start this session.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, sister. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Words cannot qualify nor quantify the knowledge and guidance rendered by our noteworthy mentors and resource persons for these 5 days, Dr. Abhishek, Dr. Mili Ghosh, and Dr. Parveen Zahra. We appreciate their efforts in making the complex topics simplistic and easy to comprehend. We are gratified for the profundity and student centricity of each and every deliberation. We thank our mentors for their time, patience, and passionate discourses. May I request our mentors to share with us their experience and feedback.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Let me first thank Sister Jyoti, entire Nirmala College fraternity for again inviting us, and we had a very nice interaction in the last 5 days. So this could only be possible when we have common visions. So when people have common visions, then you start planning for that specific targets. And in a very short notice of time, we were able to conduct the specific 5-day skill development program. So I think the entire like we were on the other end, but entire preparation part was on the Nirmala sides. So I think we really congratulate the entire team of Nirmala College for facilitating the things so well. Wonderful help we have received from the moderators, from the organizers. Time by time, internet issues were coming up. The way very calm, in a very calm atmosphere, you were able to handle the things. So I think a wonderful experience we too also had. And I think my other colleagues will also be reciprocating the same feelings and thoughts with me. So that's from my end. I have few observations during this 5 days of workshop skill development program, and I would like to share some of mine. And maybe meanwhile, if I can continue because it's a long list. If Dr. Zahra and Dr. Mili Ghosh would like to speak something, then later I can continue.
I think so. We'd like to hear it from you.
Okay,
right away.
thank you.
And
Okay.
Dr. Zahra can join in if she wants. She's most
Okay.
welcome. And
Fine.
that same goes for Dr. Ghosh as well.
Fine. Like I will be giving a small feedback based on the observations that I had with reference to the students, their quiz performances, and the way they have tackled the assignments. So I have selected few assignments and I am displaying them in my laptop right now. And so I will be reading them out, some good examples, some bad examples. The one those are bad will not be considered to be bad in the sense because it's the first stepping stone. So many a time it gets a bit confusing for the students also to grasp the concept. But still, the most appreciating thing is almost everyone has attempted it. The best part is everyone has attempted to or tried their best to do something. Maybe because of lack of time, maybe they were too burdened with many other aspects. So some of them have become very critical in answering. For example, one or two candidates have only written one word. So those were quite. They have used only one word as a response, and some of them have also copy pasted. So unlike it's nothing new with the student fraternity, like they copy paste and the same answers are replicated with many of them. So these things obviously come up, but let us enjoy. Even this is a new phase of learning in an online platform. So we also, as a teacher, I'm also trying to understand how they are doing, what circumstances they are doing, and they might feel they're very intelligent in doing so. But even though if the list is long, we are able to catch hold of them. So I will not be naming anybody, but let me read out few just good examples and bad examples. But being the valedictory session, I will start with the responses which actually need more corrections, so that the students actually understand कि कहाँ उनकी गलती हुई है, वो कैसे कर सकते हैं. And then I move on to the good examples. Largely, what was observed with the reports that I was seeing, that they have not gone through the instruction properly, or maybe they have not taken the instructions very seriously. So, जैसे कि एक बच्चे ने लिखा है, the assignment topic was applications of remote sensing GIS or GPS in environmental management. But one student has replied, remote sensing is a process of detecting, monitoring the physical characteristics of an area by measuring it, its reflected and emitted radiation at a distance specific for camera. And then she writes one more line, remote sensing images has helped the researchers to sense and think about the satellites. So this is around 13 words. Now, what needs to be understood, my dear students, that when you write, when you're expected to write something like 500 words and you end up with only 13 words, so then these are the places where your marks will get deducted. This is just a skill development program, and skill doesn't only mean we are focusing upon remote sensing and GIS, but in an overall totality, how you're observing the things, how you are catching hold of things. Maybe through these assignments that we were given, that we had given to you, you will be able to rectify next time when you're giving your examinations or something. So read the instructions very, very seriously. So you have to understand, because the more you enter into the competitive world, instructions that has been given needs to be followed. Okay. The second example was a bit more improvised than the previous one. At least this candidate, she increased the word limit from 13 to 98, but her answer was also similar. Like, remote sensing has emerged as an effective tool for systematic survey, analysis, and better management of natural resources. Then she at least mentions the locations. Like, for example, she has mentioned about land, soil, water, forest, and mountains. And then she has linked it with desertification, flood, drought, landforms. So at least a step ahead of a little more better interpretation, but still it needed large scale explanation of the things. Even more one more student, what he or she has done, like she wrote a very good title, like application of remote sensing in environmental management, and then she has given 5 bullet points. The first bullet point discusses about agriculture. The second bullet point discusses about forest. The third bullet point discusses about geology. Fourth on hydrology. Fifth on ice cover. But the intention was to understand how these things are getting monitored, which she has ignored. But she has only mentioned that, okay, forest is a valuable resource, very important thing, and remote sensing is helpful over here. So such kind of statements are very generic. So like we were expecting ki maybe if you read a small paper, you will be able to find out some specific tools. Like for forest, have they used NDVI, have they used water index, have they used specific other tools. So, but even then, quite better as compared to many of the students over here. Then there was one more very interesting result, a bit short. Like this specific student she wrote in 131. He or she wrote in 131 words, and what she has done was very interesting. At least she focused on some specific terminologies, so that was quite interesting. Like, she focused on remote sensing technique has emerged as an effective tool for systematic survey analysis and better management of natural resources, along with flood, drought, and land use change. It can be recognized as a valuable tool for viewing and analyzing, characterizing, making decisions from environmental aspects. And then he has also mentioned about the resolutions, like spectral resolution, spatial resolution, temporal resolution. So I think this is like, if you see, gradually students are trying to adapt maybe the amount they have grasped and how much effort they are giving back as a thing that can be reflected. Then he or she also discusses about the crop yield, soil mapping. So this is a step, like, one by one everyone can move forward. So when we are discussing these examples, I would suggest that students also need to understand कि आगे आपको अगर लिखना पड़े तो कैसे लिखना पड़ेगा, ठीक है? अब ये एक स्पेसिफिक है जो बिल्कुल नेगेटिव है अभी जो मैं बताने वाला हूँ. The thing is, this specific candidate, he or she used an example of landslides. When I saw that specific title highlighting on the Excel sheet, I was very happy that something new is coming. But what he or she has done is she's entirely copied the entire paper and pasted it. The problem with such thing is you exceed the word limit, you are not doing any effort. So as a result, I doubt whether this candidate has already actually understood anything. So from a teacher perspective, such kind of things will always be a very negative. So you won't be fetching any marks for such kind of writings. Like when you just copy and paste everything, you don't make an effort of correcting it. Okay, so you have to be smart enough to even copy things. Like, how do you reflect things? How do you interpret things? So we need to see how much effort you're putting in.
Mm-hmm.
The next one was again a bit improvised. Like this candidate, she first discusses about remote sensing is defined and what it is, and then focuses on electromagnetic radiation, then spacecrafts, aircrafts, what are the benefits of remote sensing, the aspects and how it is being dealt. So she started with it's very useful in natural resource management, in sustainable development, environmental degradation, everything. And then she again focuses on point-wise application, like how maps were being used. Then she wrote about photogrammetry. Then she wrote about GIS. So this is again a good aspect of reflecting the things. Maybe not the perfect way, but at least she has tried to use her own intelligence to answer things. So as faculties, I think we appreciate initiatives. तो अगर बच्चे लोग इनिशिएटिव लेते हैं तो वी फील वेरी कंटेंट कि चलो अच्छा बच्चे लोगों ने कम से कम कोशिश की है. सही हो या गलत हो अलग अलग चीज है, बट उन्होंने कोशिश की है. Yeah, this is a good one where the candidate speaks about application. She gives a good heading, application of GIS in environmental management. So she is focused upon GIS. And then she speaks about GIS. Then she also writes, who is the father of GIS, Dr. Roger Tomlinson. And then she discusses about the land use studies in ice glaciers, agriculture management, wastewater management, and then forest assessment. So this is how things can be done. At least, although she didn't stick to the instruction, like we said, focus upon one specific paper, but maybe the paper that she found might have examples for small scale studies or small examples from many aspects. So maybe she has dealt with that. Now I move to more better ones. Now this specific topic was headed as applications of remote sensing in environmental management. This specific candidate took care of the word limit. He or she wrote in 443 words and has segmented in 3 different paragraphs. He or she started with the definition, application, and then based on the paper that he must have read, he focused upon the correction technologies. For example, what are the geometric and the radiometric corrections that were applied on the satellite data? So, and how the information was extracted. See, so maybe he must have not understood everything, but at least he tried to assess. वो अपने तरफ से कोशिश किया है समझने की चीजों को. तो फॉरेस्ट को लेकर जियोमेट्रिक करेक्शन कैसे करना है, रेडियोमेट्रिक करेक्शन, ये वर्ड्स हो सकता है उसे नहीं समझ में आया होगा, लेकिन उसने कोशिश की है उसको लिखने की. So that was quite appreciable. And the best part is he has divided it based on the structure that we told. Introduction, methodology, then comes your results, and then your conclusions. So बिल्कुल वो उस paragraph को focus करते हुए he has written, and he has also added a reference, Franklin, comma, C bracket 2001, then the title of the paper, CRC Press. तो बहुत हद तक मतलब आई विल से कि this guy has at least made an superb effort to do the things. अब इस तरीके ही के इनिशिएटिव्स हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे सारे स्टूडेंट्स के साथ कि whenever you write you try to understand what was shared. ठीक है. और ये एक कारण ये भी हो सकता है कि when we were giving the instructions, the number of students at that time enrolled in YouTube were only 59, and when we got the response it was around 100 and above. So बहुत लोग लेट से ज्वाइन करते हैं, तो ये भी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, जैसे हम लोग टीचर्स बोलते हैं कि आप लोग प्लीज कम इन टाइम. सो देयर इज अ डेकोरम ऑफ दैट नीड्स टू बी मेंटेन्ड. देयर आर सर्टेन इंस्ट्रक्शन दैट यू माइट मिस, जो आपको लगता है कि कोई इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं है, बट वो इंपॉर्टेंट रखता है. द मोमेंट यू मिस द ट्रेन यू कैन नॉट से कि मैं 5 मिनट लेट था. तो ट्रेन पकड़ने के लिए आपको हमेशा सही समय में ही पहुंचना पड़ेगा, तभी आप ट्रेन पकड़ सकते हो. आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि मैं तो सिर्फ 5 मिनट ही लेट हूँ. सो वो 5 मिनट ही वो क्रूशियल है उस स्पेसिफिक चीजों को मिस आउट करने के लिए. ठीक है. सो ये सब चीज बहुत सीखने वाली बात है, तो ये सब चीज आपको ध्यान रखना, क्योंकि बीइंग मेंटर्स आल्सो लाइक वी आर ऑलवेज ऑन टाइम. हम लोग एटलीस्ट हम लोग बहुत कोशिश करते हैं कि बहुत कम से कम लेट हो, मतलब अनलेस इवन इफ वी आर बिजी, सो वी इमीडिएटली इन्फॉर्म आवर स्टूडेंट्स कि आई एम जस्ट कमिंग इन 5 minutes, आई एम स्टक इन दिस स्पेसिफिक जॉब. But even then we try our best to reach the classroom ekdam on time, because that also reflects on my behavior, my character, कि मैं कैसा करना चाह रहा हूँ आगे. Then again a very good example, I think जो भी सुन रहा होगा उसे पता होगा, she gave a very good example of application of GPS and GIS in sugarcane agriculture. And I think ये बहुत अच्छा है, क्योंकि इस बच्चे ने आइकोनॉस डेटा के बारे में बताया, उसके रेजोल्यूशन के बारे में बताया है, कौन से अदर सैटेलाइट्स को लेकर शुगरकेन का यूज हो रहा है वो भी बताया है इसमें. एंड शी हैज फोकस्ड ऑन कंप्लीट इंस्ट्रक्शंस, मतलब एक केस स्टडी, शुगरकेन, कौन सा सैटेलाइट यूज किया है, कौन सा सेंसर यूज किया है, क्या आउटपुट आया है, तो सब सारी चीज उन्होंने अच्छे से मेंशन किया है. सो हाँ, and मतलब I think I'm quite satisfied with some of the examples that they have given. Then one more very good example was introduction of remote sensing. This guy has prepared a long, like 1.5 page of document, but limited to the word limit. और उसने फॉरेस्ट के ऊपर पॉइंट वाइज आंसर किया है सब चीज. तो ये भी बहुत अच्छा तरीका होता है. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि हम पैराग्राफ फॉर्म में नहीं आंसर कर पा रहे हैं, या आपका इंग्लिश वीक है, मे बी आप लिख नहीं सकते हैं, तो टू कैच होल्ड ऑफ मार्क्स एंड टू मेक द टीचर अंडरस्टैंड कि मैं ये चाहता हूँ, तो आप अगर आप बुलेट पॉइंट्स में आंसर करोगे तो थिंग्स विल बी वेरी इजी टू फॉर एनी वन ऑफ यू टू मेक अस अंडरस्टैंड, क्योंकि वी आर इवेल्युएटिंग लार्ज नंबर ऑफ कॉपीज. सो अगर थिंग्स हमारे सामने थोड़ा सा इजी तरीके से प्रेजेंट होते हैं तो इट बिकम्स इजियर फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड कि तुम क्या बोलना चाहते हो. तो आई थिंक दिस वाज अ वेरी गुड एग्जांपल. उसने पूरा 1.5 पेज में बुलेट पॉइंट्स में अर्बन हीट आइलैंड्स में यूज होता है, एनडीबीआई यूज होता है, एनडीवीआई यूज करता है, एमएनडीडब्ल्यूआई यूज होता है, अर्बन हीट आइलैंड इंटेंसिटी यूज हो रहा है, अर्बनाइजेशन के लिए कार्टोसैट यूज करते हैं, मोडिस यूज करते हैं, सुपरवाइज क्लासिफिकेशन यूज करते हैं, चेंज डिटेक्शन टेक्निक यूज करते हैं. तो इस बच्चे का भी एफर्ट दिख रहा है. तो मतलब आई फील इम्प्रेस्ड व्हेन यू हैव सच काइंड ऑफ रिजल्ट्स कमिंग आउट. कंक्लूजन भी लिखा है इसने, अपनी तरफ से एक ऐड भी किया है, हाई रेजोल्यूशन इमेजेस विद शॉर्ट टेम्पोरल रेजोल्यूशन इज एड प्लानिंग एंड मैनेजमेंट. देखो ये इस तरीके के स्टेटमेंट्स हमें अच्छा लगता है देखने में, कि कंक्लूजन में इस बच्चे ने एक लाइन लिखा ही है, लेकिन कम से कम लिखा कि हाई रेजोल्यूशन इमेजेस विद शॉर्ट टेम्पोरल रेजोल्यूशन is adequate for planning and management. तो उसे चीजें समझ में आ रही है. तो this is the reflection that we understand. And similarly, one student also wrote very specifically on integrated traffic management. Again, a very good effort. जिसने भी लिखा है बहुत अच्छे से effort करके लिखा है. Year wise data, कितने साल का data use हुआ, 97, 98, 99, 2000 GPS का use हुआ है इसमें. तो this person जो मैडम बता रही थी, I think last lecture में, कि अगर traffic congestion होता है तो आप कैसे कर सकते हो. तो see, you have to interlink everything, है ना. कि जहरा मैडम ने क्या पढ़ाया, फिर मैंने क्या पढ़ाया, फिर मिली घोष मैडम ने क्या पढ़ाया. अब इन सब चीजों को जो हम लोगों ने कीवर्ड्स बताया है, उन कीवर्ड्स को अगर आप पकड़ के आगे जाते हो तो मे बी यू विल एक्सप्लोर मोर ऑफ द थिंग्स. सो वेरी गुड इनिशिएटिव इंटीग्रेटेड ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट जिसने भी लिखा है. देन आई थिंक वन मोर, आई विल डील 2-3 मोर मे बी. हाँ, इसने लिखा है रिमोट सेंसिंग में एक्टिव सेंसर्स होते हैं, पैसिव सेंसर्स होते हैं, डेटा यूज किया है, बट इट्स मोर ओपन एंडेड. इसने कुछ स्पेसिफिकली किसी स्पेसिफिक फील्ड पे नहीं काम किया है. नहीं, he or she has studied on forest fires. जो पेपर इनको मिला है ये फॉरेस्ट फायर्स के ऊपर लिखा है इन्होंने, एंड उनका पूरा एप्लीकेशंस के बारे में बताया है. वेरी गुड, इन वेरी गुड वर्क. Then cameras are used, specific signatures are mentioned, ranging is mentioned. Very good. I think अच्छा लिखा है इस बंदे ने. हाँ, इसने कंक्लूजन भी मेंशन किया है और फिर रेफरेंस भी डाला है कि श्रवण कुमार यादव ऐसा करते हुए पेपर का टाइटल भी डाला है. हाँ, वन मिस्टेक दैट he also wrote the son of Dr. Shriyo Ram Bhajan Yadav 2005. So you don't have to write on the name of the father also over here. ठीक है, only the name of the title and name of the volume of the journal is fine. And last I will be just speaking on one more paper which was very interesting. And this specific student wrote on wildlife tracking, and he or she has mentioned the name of the journal, volume, page number, year, everything perfectly. And बहुत short है, it's not about 500 words. He has wrote in something around I think 250 words में complete किया है इसको. 207 words. 207 words and modeling use किया है, GPS based tracking system device use हुआ है. Then the specific also involves software architecture के बारे में बताया है इसने. This specific student didn't bifurcate based on introduction या methodology या result and conclusion, but एक ही paragraph में सब कुछ लिखा है और थोड़ा सा मिसिंग है पॉइंट्स, बट वो इस चीज को पकड़ लिया था कि नहीं मैं एक ही थीम को लेकर काम करूंगा. तो दिस इज अ गुड थिंग. So last 4-5 examples जो हम लोग बताए हैं, तो I think if everyone stick to such kind of formatting, you have to understand the formats, क्योंकि ये तो हम लोगों ने फॉर्मेट दिया है, दूसरे फॉर्मेट में किसी और का रहेगा. तो you have to understand कि what the teacher is instructing and what needs to be done. So this is something interesting. And overall, during the for your quizzes that you were given, I understand the lowest marks have gone, like those who have not attempted, leaving them, the lowest marks have gone to 2 and the maximum have gone to 10. So it's good, there's a range. किसी को 2 मिल रहा है, किसी को 10 मिल रहा है. That means there are students who are perceiving, there are students not perceiving the things. Yeah, maybe he or she is getting confused. On an average, the mark ranges between 5 to 8. So fine, at least if we say 50% to 80% के बीच में बच्चों को आ रहा है. So that's also a good reflection. And I hope with this, I will only conclude that please do understand that in this lockdown period, whatever being instructed is through an online platform. And आप लोगों को online platforms में कई बार you may feel a bit perturbed कि नेटवर्क इश्यूज है एंड बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस आते हैं जो हम लोगों के पास भी आए. इस पर आप देख सकते हो कि हम लोग प्रेजेंटेशन दे रहे थे तो सडनली हैंग हो गया. Day 1 when I was about to speak, again हमें प्रॉब्लम आई, फिर डॉक्टर जहरा के सर में प्रॉब्लम आई, फिर डॉक्टर मिली घोष के सर में प्रॉब्लम आई. But you have to understand that these challenges will always be there, and keeping that only we have to function. till the things don't get normalized. तो इसलिए हम लोग जो भी पढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं उसको अच्छे से समझिए. एंड आई होप जो हम लोगों का बेसिक थीम था कि 5-day स्किल डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम ऑन बेसिक्स ऑफ रिमोट सेंसिंग, GIS एंड GPS, वो बेसिक्स आप समझ गए हो. और और जो कीवर्ड्स हम लोगों ने बताया है आपको हर एक सेशन में, उन कीवर्ड्स को समझ करके आप और एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो चीज़ों को. So with that in mind, I will close down, and all the best to all the student participants. I wish to see more of remote sensing in your life, more of GIS coming into your life. So thank you so much. You were a wonderful, it was wonderful to chat with you on YouTube channels also. So अच्छा लगा. आप लोग ऐसी इनिशिएटिव रखेंगे तो things will be much better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable and comprehensive feedback. It was such a wonderful thing listening to each detailed aspect of the students' assignment and the way you have guided them. I'm sure our participants must have taken cognizance of the details enumerated by you. Not only will it go a long way in assisting them academically, but it will also elevate them in professional proficiency. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
I would request Dr. Ghosh and Dr. Zahra to also give in their feedback. Can we have Dr. Ghosh first?
Yes, good afternoon all. And thanks Dr. Roy for giving me a chance for becoming a resource person. Everything was fine. But one thing I missed badly, that was group tea with all. That is the main disadvantage of this type of workshop and meetings. Otherwise, I enjoyed a lot, and and Dr. Sukanya coordinated very well. And thanks to all.
Thank you, ma'am. It was wonderful having such a illustrious person like you on the board of resource persons. We look forward to more such sessions with you. You have taken up two very vast and complicated topics on software, and I'm sure the students have benefited largely from it. On behalf of the entire team, Nirmala fraternity, and participants, I thank you once again. Now we have Dr. Zahra with her feedback.
Okay. A very good afternoon to all of you. Our respected principal, Dr. Sister Jyoti, who is always a source of inspiration, encouragement, and guidance. Vice Principal, Sister Shobha, our head of the department, Dr. Devjani Roy, our esteemed resource person, Dr. Mili Ghosh, Dr. Kirti Avishek, my colleagues, and my dear participants. In this 5 days skill enhancement program, I have taken 2 sessions. First, in the first topic it was based on the principles of remote sensing, and in the second topic it was fundamentals of GIS. But I didn't get much time to explain it properly. And in my portion, which I have got to evaluate, students have just written few lines. Few students have written yes, no. One student has written yes, such type of conference or such type of course should be continuing near future also. And I think serial number 5, 7, 9, and 11, which I have got, they have same content. They have only copy and paste, same content. So it is my request to the dear students, if you are getting such type of opportunity or platform, then you should use this opportunity, because you have to learn. And if you have to learn, you have to do some exploration, some practice, then only you'll get anything or something. In my portion, students, they didn't write any introduction. There wasn't any methodology, result, no conclusion. Only one paragraph has been written. But whole session was very informative, interactive, and one best part of this 5 days skill enhancement program was participants were very interactive and they are from different stream and different university. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Zahra. That was valuable for us and the students as well. Due to paucity of time and technical glitches, I'm really very sorry, but your sessions, despite of all the shortcomings, were holistic. And I'm sure that the students are taking with them a lot of academic enhancement. And we also look forward to more sessions with you where you can enhance them beyond what you have given them in this particular program. Thank you once again. The journey of these 5 days has been a remarkable one, filled with zest of learning and erudition. What better than getting a glimpse of these 5 days from the very person whose meticulous planning, enthusiasm, and diligent coordination helped shape this program. I request our CP coordinator and head of the department geography, Dr. Devjani Roy, to present the report of the 5 days online skill development program.
Thank you, Dr. Sukanya. Honorable Principal, Dr. Sister Jyoti, Vice Principal, Sister Shobha, esteemed resource persons for the 5-day online program on basis of GIS, GPS and remote sensing, Dr. Kirti Abhishek, Dr. Mili Ghosh from BIT Mesra, and Dr. Parveen Zahra from Nirmala College, Ranchi. All faculty members of Nirmala College present here today, members of the organizing committee, dear participants and students. Wish you all a very good afternoon. As we draw close to this wonderfully educative online skill development program, I feel extremely happy and satisfied. It was a dream of the CPE team of Nirmala College under the guardianship of its principal, Dr. Sister Jyoti, that was actualized on a virtual platform during the last 5 days. Nirmala College is privileged of being the only recipient of CPE status by UGC in the state, and needless to say, the college has always been proactive towards imparting skills on the students. This program, which was planned meticulously by the Department of Geography, Team CPE, and the mentors together, started with the inaugural session on 22nd July, wherein Dr. Kirti Abhishek from BIT Mesra introduced the theme broadly. The second session by Dr. Parveen Zahra introduced the basic concepts of remote sensing. Day 2 discussed spectral signatures of photo interpretation and spectral bands and indices in remote sensing under the tutelage of Dr. Kirti Abhishek. It was one of the most engaging and interactive sessions. On day 3, Dr. Parveen Zahra discussed the fundamentals of GIS, while Dr. Kirti Abhishek threw light on the Global Positioning System, or GPS. On day 4 and day 5, we had hands-on practical training on GIS, ArcGIS software and ADAS Imagine by Dr. Mili Ghosh in the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th session. The workshop was ideally designed to benefit the students, and therefore quizzes, assignments were included as a part of it. Of the total number of registrations of 480 participants from different parts of India, only 50% were active in their responses. But those who were active did so by posting messages and queries on the chat box that was taken up by the mentors. As we bring the curtain down, may I emphasize that Nirmala College has always been proactive in supporting students to access different skills. This program is just the foundation of a long journey that we plan to undertake in order to educate the students and make them self-reliant. My profuse thanks to the mentors who tirelessly and effortlessly gave in their best. We look forward to many more such ventures with BIT Mestra in near future. My gratitude to the entire CPE team and the faculty of Department of Geography for taking up such a huge task and executing it with such precision. Dr. Srirupa Roy, Head Department of Chemistry, Dr. C. Sukanya, Department of Economics, Dr. Veena Pani, Department of Zoology, Dr. Pinky Pandey, Department of Maths, and Ms. Josna Ekka, Dr. Sanvita Saivalini, Ms. Arpana Orao, Sister Suman, Department of Geography. Thank you very much. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting in this venture. A special word of thanks to our patron and principal, Dr. Sister Jyoti, for her relentless support in all our endeavors, and to our Vice Principal, Sister Shobha, for always being there. This event would not have been possible without the funding of the UGC CPE and the active involvement of the participants. Thank you, one and all. As I bring the curtain down, I hope that you go back enriched from this workshop. And as a finishing statement, I would like to quote Swami Vivekanand. This is for the students. Isko please dhyan se suniye. Swamiji says, take up an idea. Kisi ek vichar ko lijiye. Make that idea your life. Us vichar ko apni zindagi banaiye. Think of it. Dream of it. Live on that idea. उस विचार के बारे में सोचिए, उसे सपने में देखिए और उसको जिए. Let the brain, muscle, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea. And just leave every other idea alone. शरीर का एक एक अंग उस विचार में ऐसे विलीन हो जाए कि बाकी सब आप पीछे छोड़ दें. This is the way to success. सफलता का यही रास्ता है. With this, I end my short speech. Thank you, participants, one and all. I hope you go back with pleasant memories. And a word for Mili ma'am. We owe you the tea, Mili ma'am. Please to visit our college when everything becomes normal. We return to normalcy, and we are sure to share a cup of tea together. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope I will be invited too.
Sure, but I know you don't drink tea, so I will be offering you something else. But tea for Mili ma'am, surely. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Roy, for that pleasant reflection, and that especially for that quote from Swami Vivekananda. I'm sure the students will not only go back enriched, but they will take with them much more as an enlightenment within themselves. Thank you, ma'am, once again. Speaking of persona, who is the strength and power behind all this, I can say that her actions have always inspired us to dream more. Her support and faith in us has helped us to achieve newer heights. Her vision and innovation has transpired into several such programs. It is her able guidance and boundless support that made this program not only possible, but a huge success. A heartfelt gratitude and thanks to our patron for being our beacon of light. May I request our patron and principal, Nirmala College, Ranchi, to grace us with her closing remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Sukanya. Respected Vice Principal, Sister Shobha, esteemed resource persons and mentors, Dr. Preeti Avishek, Dr. Mili Ghosh, Dr. Parveen Zahra, CPE Coordinator, Dr. Devjani Roy, all hosts and moderators Dr. Srirupa Roy, Dr. Sukanya, and others, esteemed members of CPE, Department of Geography, faculty members of Nirmala College, all faculty members, and my dear students. Wish you all a very warm and blessed good afternoon. First of all, I thank the Almighty for showering His blessings during these 5 days skill development program. These were grace-filled days for all of us as we interacted through various people and learned various things. I also thank the Almighty for giving us the support of good network connectivity. I feel overwhelmed to state that a 5-day skill development program organized by CPE team along with Department of Geography, Nirmala College, Ranchi, affiliated to Ranchi University, Ranchi, a college with potential for excellence, accredited by NAC with grade A, in collaboration with BIT Mishra, has been a great success. I'm proud of our team of faculty having student-centric approach that motivates them constantly to find always some newer ways, innovative and creative ideas to enable them, enrich them, and accompany them in their search of their knowledge. I believe that this is the outcome of their dedication and commitment in bringing students to this virtual platform for the fruitful learning and knowledge sharing. It was indeed a unique one. I'm sure that the students have benefited from this initiative taken by our CPE team. It is my proud privilege to place on record my heartiest congratulations to the organizers, the entire CPE team, along with Department of Geography, Nirmala College, Ranchi, for their commendable efforts and commitment to provide this platform for the students desiring to enhance and equip themselves with modern techniques and familiarize themselves with the use of GIS, remote sensing, GPS in our day-to-day living. I express my deepest gratitude to BIT Mishra, Ranchi, for joining their hand with Nirmala College, Ranchi to unfold their knowledge bank. I also extend my deep gratitude to mentors, Dr. Kirti Avishek, Dr. Mili, Ghosh, and Dr. Zahra, of all sessions at the 5-day skill development program and being part of Nirmala College. I extend my special thanks and congratulations to the hosts and moderators of all these 5 days, Dr. Srirupa Roy, Dr. Sukanya, and others for hosting the entire episode successfully and diligently. We gratefully acknowledge UGC for granting a CPE scheme to our college, the single recipient of the state Jharkhand during the 12th 5-year plan period. A special thanks and congratulations to all the student participants for being part of this great event organized during this lockdown period by our CPE team. Once again, my wholehearted congratulations to the entire CPE team, along with Geography Department and team of BIT Mishra. My best wishes for future endeavor to all of you. May God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you, sister, for your kind words. Your encouragement and inspiration really matters and means a lot to us. Thank you once again. I take this opportunity of thanking our Vice Principal, Sister Shobha, for her untiring and ceaseless help, support, and coordination in each and every endeavor. Thank you, Sister, for being there with us in every journey of our educational, academic, and professional life. Sa Vidya Ya Vimukte. It is education alone that liberates us. I take this opportunity to thank all participants for their intent participation, active interaction, and interest in enhancing their skills and education. I appreciate your patience and composure in times of technical glitches. Thank you for your cooperation and support. I'm sure that you're taking with you not just the academic guidance of your mentors, but also the light that was shown for your higher growth. I wish each of you all the very best in your academic pursuit and life's endeavors. Your certificates will be mailed to you in a week's time. No one can whistle a symphony, we know that. It takes a whole orchestra to play it. We at Nirmala College Ranchi believe in working as one heart, one mind. The mantra behind the success of each and every endeavor we take. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce the consortium whose efforts made the entire 5 days program a success. Under the strong leadership of our visionary patron, Dr. Sister Jyoti, who is also our respected principal, our skillful CP coordinator, Dr. Devjani Roy, and our most beloved and respectful Vice Principal, Sister Shobha. The organizing committee members are Dr. Shirupa Roy, Head of the Department Chemistry, Dr. Veena Pani, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Ms. Jyotsna, Assistant Professor, Geography, Dr. Pinky Pandey, Assistant Professor, Mathematics, Sister Suman, Department of Geography, Assistant Professor, myself, Dr. C. Sukanya, Department of Economics, and my co-hosts, not to forget them because they have been pillar of support throughout these 5 days. Dr. Shirupa Rai, Head of the Department Chemistry, Ms. Arpana Rao, and Mrs. Sanvita Shalvalini from the Department of Geography. I thank each one of you for your incessant efforts. We are grateful to UGC CP for sponsoring this program and encouraging our endeavors. And above all, the Almighty God for showering His grace on each of us and making this 5 days journey pleasant and smooth. As we bid adieu, let us rise for the national anthem. I would request Dr. Shirupa Roy to play it at her end. Dr. Roy, are you there?
Yes, Dr. Chakrabarti.
Can you please play it at your end? I am having some...
Just a minute, I'll have to open the file. I was not ready to play it, no?
I do
What happened?
understand.
You can press one enter and it might start. Okay, let me start it from my end. Just a minute.
I'm trying it once again, Dr. Roy.
There's no sound.
There's no sound?
There's no sound.
I'm having a little problem with this player actually. Can Dr. Roy assist?
Yeah, sure. I'll be playing it from my end. Please don't worry, okay?
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Seeking the permission of a chair to conclude and sign off.
Thank you, sister.
Ma'am, shall we sign off?
Yes, surely.
Thank you.
Sister has already given a permission. Thank you.